So today I'm gonna do an unboxing in place of Quaz and Dargons. I'm actually really excited about this thing because as you can see here, it's like the world's best dragon fighter slash question answering. And that's a mighty big role. But that's by the look of this box. I can already get the impression that this game is like a live up to that claim. So without further ado, let's open it up and see what we got inside. So here we see all the components. We're gonna start with the rule book. And let me just say, I'm really kind of digging the size of this rule book. It's so small, and I like the symbolism of how it's saying this game is really like on rules. And it's totally not a mistake because I have a bad habit of not reading things thoroughly enough and didn't realize it was gonna be this small. Totally deliberate. So, okay. If you can see here, it says, welcome to Quaz and Dargons. Only being able to do quizzes and save you now. To sharpen your brain and get ready to embark on an entirely unique adventure of truly epic proportions. Reading this, I'm kind of intimidated, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to do a playthrough today. So sorry everyone, this is mainly just gonna be an unboxing because I like to think of myself as a fairly sharp guy. But this rule book says sharpen the brain. It doesn't say if you're already sharp, don't worry about it. It says sharpen your brain, which implies no matter who you are. So like, if Albert Einstein came back to life and wanted to play this, he too would have to sharpen his brain. And I don't know, like I said, that's intimidating, so that I'm gonna hold on my personal until I can have an done and by a mental wisdom or something. So, mental habits, some more. When I components list, when I realize not enough time to do that. So I usually it's like, am I missing a part? I don't know. So I really like that. So we have to start off in the Holland play, and then we have some legalese and stuff, and then we have something here on the back. Oh, it's like only two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the former. And I've been over eyes which is either coincidental because I just mentioned of the eyesight. And almost like I wrote this book myself or something. And then after that one, we have some more writer. Don't be stupid and make Albert Einstein sad. Defeat monsters with wishes and make Albert Einstein glad. When I think this is actually a pretty cool book. So now let's get more into this film. So, first off, I want to show off this heart, which I really like. We have the knowledge of truth bombs cards, and they have a symbol of where they go on the board, and they like have what the monster is saying when you land on that space, which I find really neat because it gives the NPCs a voice and like you can just tell what's really immersive, which really helps with world building. So we have a couple of those. And then we have these goblin cards, which are the quiz cards for the game. And that's pretty much how the game works. It's like a mental endurance past when you have to answer a bunch of questions. So those are the two types of heart. And then what I found was really neat also is how we have an actual custom made artisanal dye with a really nice because a lot of names just use all the stuff components, but you can see how this one was made custom just for this name. So that's cool. And then we have this part for movement, which I just like put it in there, stickers go on them, and speaking of stickers, we have this sticker sheet, and like, what I really like about this sheet is how there are so many, because like, honestly, like, this sticker I stick to the plastic part of the one component that probably wears out the most in games. So I'm really happy that we have everything like that. So yeah, thank you. Definitely what I dream now. That's that. And then last but not least, we have the boy. I really like this boy. This one I do is kind of a soft rise rather than really harsh, which is kind of nice with all this definition. It makes it easy on the eyes and not blurry at all. And it's like super high definition and not at all almost losing on pixelation because it was a low resolution picture blown off. So yeah, that's what it has done. But one more thing I really like and before we leave, what I do, what I didn't point out, that spin bubble here, and that no one can beat us. We have no weakness. And that old-timey trivia question being answered correctly for some incomprehensible reason. Luckily, there is no one here what can do with it. I mean, what really got me was how they say, for some incomprehensible reason, that's like a mystery. And to play the game, who knows what mysteries will unfold. And I thought that was really cool because I like when a game tells a story just by reading. You can really feel how cinematic and emotional the game is gonna be.